Hey everyone, it's Joyel and welcome back. Basically, I am going to be doing a wash day with my hair all in twists. I've seen tons of videos where people are like, wash your hair in twists. It's supposed to make wash day faster and easier, so I thought I'd try that because it turned out the last 3 weeks that I had not done a wash day and I was just kind of wearing my afro out, but up in a high puff and letting it just continuously shrink on itself. I was so busy. I've been working out in my garage lately because I've been working on some furniture projects, as you guys know, which is part of the new content that I plan on putting out for my channel. But sweating and letting my hair just kind of shrink in on itself, it got really matted, mostly at my roots. The other day, my mom and my sister, thank goodness, came over and were able to help detangle my hair for me. We used tons of olive oil. We used a bunch of conditioner that I had left over. Luckily, we got it all done and she was able to put it in a whole head of twists, just like this. But I had all this olive oil running down my face and my neck, which is fine because it was needed to detangle my head. It just couldn't stay that way. So instead of sleeping with a plastic bag on my head for one more night, I decided, why don't I try washing my hair while it's in these twists and see how that works, see how I like it. But as always, before we get started, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. And if you're the owner of a business, especially a Black-owned business, please send me an email at SharmaineJoyel@gmail.com. But let's get started. Like I said, I had a bunch of oil running down my back, so my back and my neck, and I'm getting married next month, so I would prefer to not have any extra breakouts to be fighting. So obviously we started with shampoo. I was going to put all my twists into different sections because I wasn't sure how well the soap or anything was gonna get through it. Almost nobody really did that, so I just stuck my head under the water, got it damp, and I didn't do a lot of hand manipulation. I would lift the braids up to make sure everything was getting soaked and whatnot, but I wasn't yanking all my twists or anything. And since my hair is in twists and already kind of sectioned through and whatnot, I didn't really feel the need to have to use a nozzle bottle specifically to get shampoo to my scalp and throughout my hair. So I decided to use the 4C Only 2 Clean shampoo, which comes in that jar, and you often just scoop it out with your fingers. It's not like a normal shampoo bottle. Thought it'd be a little easier to try and use this shampoo. So that's what I did. I just took a couple dollops and then massaged that through the twists. I just working in from root to end, and making sure not to pull too hard or manipulate the twist too much because I didn't want them to come undone. And then I rinsed, and honestly that was the fastest shampoo of my entire life. I kind of wish that I had done a second shampoo. I think because my hair is in twists, I don't know if I was really getting in there that thoroughly. So when I do this again, because I do plan on keeping my hair in this kind of protective hairstyle, or at least working with it in this type of protective hairstyle, I think doing a double shampoo would probably be a little bit more beneficial. I decided to use the shower attachment this time. It's just that little handle and you can adjust it to low or high pressure. And I used that to rinse the shampoo out of my hair. But after that, I decided to just go through with my deep conditioner as usual. This time I used the Cantu Shea Butter Deep Treatment Mask. It's just something I picked up at Fry's because I desperately needed more deep conditioner. My sister loves Cantu, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. So that's the one that I used. I applied it mostly to my ends, worked it up the length of my hair as usual, separating the twists, making sure to get everything covered as well as I could. After that, putting on a plastic bag, and then using my hot heads cap for, I always say to use it for 30 minutes, which is what the directions are. I ended up going and cleaning the kitchen and doing a bunch of housework, so I ended up keeping it on for an hour and a half. Also, my batteries had died right when I was getting ready to film, so I had to wait another 30 minutes after that, so I ended up having it on for an hour and a half. You don't have to wear it that long. Just do your 30 minutes, rinse it out, and move on with your life. So after my hour and a half of wearing it, I just rinsed it with water again, using the water attachments, standing under the shower head, whichever is your preference. I did both. And then I was done. After that, again, really fast, really simple and easy. This is the part that ended up taking the longest. That kind of makes up for being in the shower for a shorter period of time. Obviously next part came with redoing all of the twists. At this point, I realized the benefit of washing my hair in twists was mostly spending less time in the shower, which is great because I live in Arizona. We're in a water shortage. So anything you can do to like reduce like the amount of water that you're using is phenomenal, right? So then after this, all that really was needed was just taking each twist at a time, undoing it, putting more product on, detangling, and retwisting. So I was keeping all the same twists that existed. So I've got all the shampoo and all the deep conditioner rinsed out. The only one I really see that's kind of fallen apart is this bad boy, but I think what I'm gonna do now is just go back through and moisturize. Yeah, I'm gonna try and use up some of the leftover products that I got from the Twist collection a little while back. I still had like an entire box full of this stuff, so I'm going to use the Twist Primed & Co. 2-in-1 Conditioner and Primer. It's their Ultimate Moisture for Curls collection. It's all the stuff in the pink. It's supposed to have super slip, keep your hair conditioned whether you leave it in or comb it out, or whether you leave it in or rinse it out. So that's what I'm just gonna use as a leave-in, as a hydrator for it, and we'll kind of just go from there. So yeah, just gently untwisting. Everything was finished being detangled like yesterday, so I shouldn't have to worry about too many knots, but now I'm paranoid, so I'm like, I'm going to just take everything out and make sure it's all good before I, just put it back into some twists. Just undid this one. I'm gonna take a little bit of this conditioning primer stuff. It's a pretty thin section, so I don't think I need too much, but that's what I'm gonna use. About that size amount. Smells good. Make sure to really get my ends here. I am debating whether I should use a butter. I probably should use a butter. Let me see what all I have. So I think I'm gonna use the rest of my Botaniful 100% raw Botana oil. You can use it for hair and skin. There's not a whole lot left, but it's the only butter I've got, so. Take some on my finger here. And then just start at the bottom, rub that through. My hair's still, damp from the shower, so I didn't have to add water to this section. But as I start working through and like pieces start to feel more dry, I will, add some water and stuff like that. Water is very important. Someone suggested to try and use the Felicia Leatherwood brush in this direction, not this, because it's supposed to help get through your hair easier. Nothing fancy. And then I always tend to twist away from my face, so it's going back and back. Alrighty. Uno. And then we're just gonna keep doing that all over my head until I'm done. So I'm gonna do these last two. I have 3. I lied to myself. What did I learn, ladies and gentlemen? I have learned that I cannot go 3 weeks just wearing my afro and shoving it up into a high puff and not detangling it in any way, shape, or form. I'm just wetting my hand and using that to put some water on my hair, but I do think I am now at a point in my natural hair journey where I need to stretch it more often, put it in protective styles more often. As much as I love my fro, you guys know I say this all the time. If you've been on my channel, this is just basically repetitive at this point. I love my afro. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. It's always been one of my favorite hairstyles, but I also know that I am coming upon a part of my hair journey where it is more beneficial for my hair to be worn, stretched or in a protective style, where I can manipulate through it a bit easier. This is, stretching it is also going to help me maintain my length because I'm not always, jacking with it or allowing it to shrink in on itself to the point where, my hair is matting or getting knots. And I'm not really sad about it. I mean, I'm not saying I can never, ever, ever, never again wear my afro, right? I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that if I do wear it, it's probably only something I should wear, a day or two out. And then I need to kind of, you know, twist it up or braid it up or do something. Because if I just continue to just wear my afro out, it's just, it's just not gonna end well for me. But like, I really like the twists. I mean, it takes me forever because I have a lot of hair. Not only is my hair, you know, super thick, but it's super dense. You know, my hair is thick. It's very dense. I have a lot of hair. So yeah, you know, this does take me a while, but hairstyle is always worth it. But I can tell my hair is starting to get thinner. My ends have been feeling very, very thin. Just my hair in general has been feeling very thin. And I just, could be stress from planning a wedding. It could be age. It could be that I'm just not taking as good of care of my hair, which wouldn't be surprising. I haven't really, you know, if I'm just sleeping on my hair. I have a bonnet on, but it's not like I put it up in like a pineapple or like section it off or anything. I just slap a bonnet on it, which is, you know, was okay for a while. But allowing, when I have all my hair out and I'm just letting it kind of squish on top of itself, and in the morning I just whip a bonnet off and throw a headband in, you know, that's not really taking care of my hair. But I can see me wearing this style more often. I mean, just getting through my wash day today was probably the fastest I've ever gone through a wash day. You know, and in the twist, I could still wear my hair in a ponytail or pigtails or a half up, half down hairdo. So, you know, you still have tons of styling options with this. I think just because I've had so much hair, I just was always just never really wanted to take the time to put the twists in. But, you know, luckily with the help of my mom and my sister yesterday, you know, they were able to do it, and I'm just like, okay, well, let me try and maintain it. Let me see how this goes. Try some different stuff. You guys know I don't really try too many different things with my hair. I kind of like find something I like and I stick with it for quite a while. So maybe this is gonna be my next thing. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I think it will make for some interesting content to come up again, you know, when I do hair content. But yeah, after the wedding, cut off a couple inches and kind of give myself, not necessarily a big chop. This would just be a haircut at this point. Not every time you cut your hair well natural is it going to be a big chop. Do the big chop a few times. Anything after that is just a haircut, ladies. Plus, this is really cute when I, like, you know, can't afford to go out and buy hair for braids or anything. And my hair's long enough that it's like, you know, I can start doing this kind of stuff to it and changing up the hairstyle and whatnot. So, but I'm on the last one. This whole side is now dry, so we'll just wait for this side to kind of, you know, dry a bit more before I go to bed tonight. But that's it. I would say today was a success. I don't know if you should wash your hair in braids or twists every single time you wash your hair. There's probably gonna come a point where I will probably have to just undo it in sections, wash and detangle that way. But I don't know, we'll see. I just don't know if the shampoo is really getting in there as well as it needs to, or the deep conditioner, but I could be wrong. I will do some more research, or if you guys want to leave some comments down below. But we're done. All done. Jesus, still so thick. This is everything the next day. All done. Everything looks great. I love this hairstyle. I had done mini twists a long time ago, and I really like the hairstyle. It's just, I have a lot of hair, so it takes a while. I think, again, mentioning that my hair is so much longer now, that this is just, I think this will be, hopefully, a normal protective style for me, a normal style. And we'll play around with it. We'll see how I feel about it. You know, I'll continue trying to work through wash days with it and seeing what I can do. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hoping to get back on a regular film schedule. As always, keep blooming. See you guys in my next video.